It's my pleasure to introduce the next writer, Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas's story Spelunk was featured as a story of the week in NarrativeMagazine.com. The story was excerpted from his debut novel, The Enthusiast, which was published by Harper Perennial in 2009. Haas's screenwriting credits include Over the Edge, Gremlins 2, and Matinee. He was born in Brooklyn and now lives in Oakland. Please welcome Charlie Haas.
Thank you. Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Narrative Magazine. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm going to read a little bit of my book, The Enthusiast. This is a novel about a guy named Henry Bay who works for a long series of Enthusiast magazines. So he covers the hobbies and sports and extreme sports that make up these intense little worlds going on all around us. And he moves around a lot. So one month you might find him working at Spelunk magazine. A month later he might be at Cozy, the magazine of tea. And he says, I had my own America going, a huge room lined with doors. Behind each door was an enthusiasm, a noisy room full of slang, spending, sanctioning bodies, factional intrigues, and stars who walked like gods in that room and like toner salesmen everywhere else. Shortest job Henry has, which only lasts 3 days, he works for a magazine called Crochet Life, where they teach you how to crochet these big throws that you throw on the bed with pictures of bunnies and unicorns and rainbows and raggedy ants and stuff like that on them. The editor of Crochet Life is this woman named Cerise Lander, and one day she asks Henry to go down and take photographs of the latest work by a crochet artist named Wendy Probst, who is a master of the unicorns and bunnies, and she says, her throws always get great reader response. I still get letters asking for her Paddington Bear. What Cerise Lander doesn't know is that a few months ago, Wendy Probst woke up one morning, started crocheting not bunnies and unicorns, but something very different. So this is a little bit of the novel, and it's about making something that you feel compelled to make, even though you know nobody might want it, which of course is also what it's like when you're writing a novel. But in this case, it's all about the crochet. So here's Henry going down there to take those pictures. I took a bus to Belton, Ohio, a poor town, with houses the same size as their satellite dishes spread out through thin woods. Wendy Probst lived in a red wooden house with a sagging flat roof, bandana curtains, and a dirt yard inches deep in pine needles. When I knocked on the door, she opened it looking like I had wakened her from a dream of falling. She was in her 30s, thin, in a worn yellow house dress, her breasts and hair going where they wanted. In her hands were a crochet hook and a nearly finished throw the size of a twin bed. Hello, she said. Hi, are you Wendy? I'm Henry Bay from Crochet Life. Cerise talked to you? Oh gosh, yes, I'm sorry, come in. It was an enthusiast crime scene in there, with teetering piles of unfolded clothes, unopened mail, dishes, skillets, sketchbooks, shower caps, pet leashes, and Midol bottles. Industrial-sized balls of yarn in 20 colors were spread around the house like designer tumbleweed. She put the throw down on the couch. The crocheted picture on it showed an equipment yard full of pallets and forklifts. A man in a uniform shirt and baseball cap was shooting a woman with a handgun, her blood spraying across the scene. Another man on his knees pleaded with the shooter as people ran away in the background. The crochet had finer detail than anything I'd seen in Cerise's house or the magazine, but the style was blunt, the people's heads like swollen knees and their hands like sandbags. That was a workplace shooting last year at Belton Lumber Byproducts, Wendy Probst said. I wasn't there, but I saw the coverage. Most of these things I was there for. I looked at the other throws lying around. They showed violence, sickness, arrests, and people weeping into payphones. I don't know what happened, she said. I was starting out to do some stuff for the crafts fair in Dundee, in Kentucky. I was going to make a geometric, but the first line across it came out crooked, and I said, that's how the ground looks out here, the horizon. And that's how it started. I had a big bag of frozen drumettes in the house, and I just kept going. She bent over a pile of throws on the floor and flipped through them. This is the kids from Washington Park kicking my nephew Danny's head on the curb. He had 18 stitches. This is us waiting in the emergency room. This woman had a chest wound. This one is Danny after his bad reaction to the medication. This is a fist fight at my niece's first communion. This is a dishonest lawyer. She stood up. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not like I can take these to the crafts fair. I'm sorry I got you all the way out here. No, I said, I think Cerise will like these. She looked at me like I was crazy. Cerise will shit, she said. I photographed them anyway. When I was done, I said, can I get you anything? Some food? Do you want to go into town? No thanks, she said, and picked up the crochet with the workplace shooting on it. I think I need to finish this. Thank you.